Hey Flockers, this is Sarah.
And this is Jenny, and you are listening to Naked with Stuff, a podcast where we
Assess the mess with finesse. Okay, this is an actual welcome back. We took a little bit.
Some people thought that we were done, but
we're
back.
We took a little sabbatical, but we're back.
Mental health.
Yes, the holidays are behind
what
us.
We preach.
So we are done taking a break.
We gave ourselves a break, which we had to actually forgive ourselves for that. But here we are. We're back.
So we didn't quit. We're not quitters.
No,
we
absolutely
are just
not quitters.
Resters.
We had to practice what we preach, and we needed to not be overwhelmed. So now it's a new year. So we're here to talk about the new year.
Yes. So, Jenny, what is the purpose of today's podcast?
Resolutions. January 2023, New Year's resolutions,
We are in the thick of 2023, January. Cheers.
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 I miss doing that. I haven't done that in a while. Cheers, friend.
So the big topic in January is New Year's resolutions, and we're going to talk about that. And then are they worth it? Is there an advantage to doing these, or are they just setting you up to fail? Like
the good, the bad, and the ugly with the New Year's resolution.
The bad, the ugly. So this is definitely a topic that all of us can relate to.
This is the first year I didn't actually set a New Year's. We'll get into it.
Okay.
That's what our topic's about today. Get comfortable.
Being vulnerable with us. We are your virtual besties. We're back. Hello.
We know you missed us.
Yes. Let's do this.
So we're going to talk about our flocktail today, which is actually a mocktail.
It's a mocktail in honor of dry January that everyone's doing. I'm doing it.
I'm doing drought January. Just it's not dry, so slightly less. That's what I've been telling people all the time.
Drought January.
Just a slight drought. I'm not dry. I'm trying. I tried. I lasted, 3 days.
Hey!
I didn't drink for 3 whole days, y'all. I said y'all. Okay. Dry January. Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Today, our mocktail is brought to you by the mocktail queen, Sarah. We're calling it the Mama Matcha.
The Mama Matcha.
And it's delicious.
It really is. It's
we haven't even started and I drink half it because I just keep chugging it. It's really freaking good. So I like this mocktail idea. I mean,
yes. You could add vodka or tequila.
I want pineapple juice and maybe some white rum or something in this. That would be good. Like almost like a mojito.
Yeah.
Or tequila.
That's what I was saying. Tequila, I feel like would be good.
Yeah, I'm really over vodka right now. I just can't look vodka in the eyes anymore.
Vodka makes my clothes fall off, so I don't do vodka. We are over that stage.
So we're adulting now. We're doing dry January.
Dry/drought January.
There's nothing wrong with drought January. Again, achievable goals.
Yes,
okay?
you gotta be realistic, okay?
So tell me about this Mama Matcha.
Yeah, so it is hot water with a packet of matcha powder from Trader Joe's. Then we added hot honey. Mike's... so Jenny's lime just fell off her drink.
In my lappy.
Mike's hot honey. And we used freshly squeezed lime juice. And we have mint leaves and kombucha, which this is a local brand. Yeah,
brewed in Florida.
Brewed in Florida, St. Petersburg. So that's really cool.
Oh, it's women owned.
Women owned. Okay, so this is Mother Kombucha. We use the lavender mojito, and it is
fire.
Yeah, perfect.
Again, I'm almost done with this.
And then we topped it with just some lime seltzer water. So yeah,
which I didn't even think it really needed. The
No.
kombucha was perfect.
yeah, we could have just probably skipped the seltzer and just
But-
kept the kombucha. But
Yeah, that mother kombucha is
Mother
amazing.
kombucha.
Well, thank you for coming up with this concoction. It's so good. I want to say we should do more mocktails in our future.
Yeah, we should. I think that we
I
need
want
to have.
say that.
Well, I'll add it in here and there so that
Okay.
we have
Keep it fresh.
keep it fresh. Make
So we
sure we're advertising for everyone. You know.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's time.
For
Would you rather?
But we're doing a New Year's edition.
Yeah, so this or that.
This or that.
I like
so yeah, let's
Okay,
do this.
So I'm going to ask you
Okay.
this or that, and then you have to decide which one you'd rather do.
Okay.
And we can talk about it. Okay. So would you rather play in the snow or lie on the beach? Easy. Easy.
Lie on the beach.
Duh. We live
Duh.
in Florida.
For a reason.
Okay. Eat chocolate or eat candy?
Chocolate. Eat chocolate. 100%. What about you?
I'm a sour gummy candy person.
Okay. So
I want my apple O's. I want my gummy bears.
I'm good with chocolate.
Like, I have to be craving it. And
Okay.
typically when I'm on my period. Like
Okay.
last night for dinner, I ate a chocolate torte. It was delicious, but okay. Got
Okay,
it.
yep.
Opposite. Look at that.
Mhm.
That's like, yeah.
One time.
Champagne or soda?
For New Year's, I'd rather have champagne. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Same. Would you rather host the party or be a guest?
It depends on what mood I'm in.
Okay, Sagittarius.
I know. If I had the means to host a party, I would do it. I would love to do that. I used to do that.
So,
like
yeah.
the place, and I had like the room and all of that to do it. I would do it.
Yeah. I've always wanted, one of my good girlfriends has like a beautiful home and hosts all kinds of parties and weddings. I've always wanted to have like a fun big yard, but I think as I'm getting older, I'm getting lazier, and I'd rather be a guest now at this point.
You're like, it's just too much work.
Just gonna show up,
I've
drink,
got so much
go
shit
home.
going on in my life. Let me just come to your party.
So this year, 2023, I would rather be a guest.
Mm-hmm.
But you're hosting a party this year.
Am I? Oh yeah, a wedding. Yeah, that's happening.
So we will be hosting a lot this year. So
Mhm.
I guess we should host the party.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather have this year again or skip 1 year ahead?
This year just started, so I don't want to skip ahead yet.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot going on this year that I want to like
Yeah.
remember.
I
If it
feel
was a shitty, like if it was like 2020, I'd be like, yeah, skip
Yeah,
that shit.
pass.
Bye.
Just as I thought.
Trash.
Would you rather party with friends or dinner with family?
Again, it depends on what mood I'm
Girl.
I mean, I don't know.
If you have to like pick off the top of your head. Party with friends, dinner with family.
I don't have a lot of friends other than you. And
So it's like family.
Since I have a bachelorette party coming up, I'll say party with friends.
Fun.
Okay, that's what I'll say.
I like that.
Party mode.
I guess I'm in sleepy mode because I feel like I just want to have dinner with my family and then like
Go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been the vibe lately. Honestly, that's like all I did last weekend.
it's so cold. Like the shit.
Yeah.
Where did this? Okay, I figured out this is why everyone says it's a cold front in Florida. There's no winter. There's just
Yeah.
random cold fronts where one night it's 30 degrees and your pipes freeze on your house, and then the next day it's 78. It was 78 today.
Mm-hmm. It typically happens after it rains.
So it's like
And then it gets super cold, and then it goes away
back
after
to
like 4 or 5
so
days.
it's wild. I get it. It just like fronts and then goes away.
Yeah.
So this is
That's how it
winter.
works.
Okay. Would you rather stay up late or wake up early?
Wake up early.
Stay up late.
I
We're so opposite this
I know.
year. Look at us. Phone call or text message?
Ew. Text message.
Ew, don't call me. But you know what I noticed we do? We do Marco Polo.
Yeah, we do the Marco Polo app because it's just
It's
It's easier to just say everything you want to say instead of just texting it. But calling is like with a Marco, you can look at it like when you're able to, but like a phone call, you have to take it then.
Yeah,
and it's just like
live.
Yeah, so
live is the new word. You know what I noticed? Because we're busy. We're so busy
all the time. Yeah.
So it's like it's easier just to be like and then like get back to it later.
Also, if you call, you're fucking weird. Like if there's very few people that if they call me, it doesn't bother me. Like if you call me, it doesn't bother me. Like my fiance, but like if you're just like your first thing is to like always just call people, like you're
Todd's
weird.
a caller, yeah.
Sorry, Todd. You're
no. It's I like Marco Polo, and that's kind of been my jam lately.
Yeah, no, I mean like people that are close
I can get back to that. Yeah, later. Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I'm trying to think of what weirdos have called me. Yeah, people that call I don't know, except it's like Todd.
I get spam calls all the time, and I don't answer.
Yeah.
I don't answer any phone calls unless you leave a voicemail, and then I'll check it.
Or work. So it's like things that are aversive to me.
Oh yes, and if I do see like spam. My kid's school number, because I know what it is, then I answer. Let's just dive right in here. Okay, January is all about motivation and a fresh start.
Woo! And
getting pumped for the year ahead. And we have
we gone ahead yet?
Have we gone ahead?
Gotten ahead. Yeah. Not gotten ahead yet. Have we gotten ahead? Have we caught up? I think we're still playing. I think after the holidays.
Yeah.
Basically from October to December, you're constantly playing catch up. So January stops. It's like the slowdown.
Yeah.
And the get ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, yeah. So I think we can all agree that we want to better ourselves. Like, I don't think there's one person that would say, yeah, I'm like, well, I'm sure there are people, but I think for the most part, everyone wants to improve themselves.
Yeah.
In some way or another. And we want to make those positive changes when it comes to our overall health. And honestly, I think most of the goals in January have to do with, and we'll get into it, diet and health and all that. But I just think as like, you know, you were saying you did your 3 days, but it's like as the days go on, it's just like
so if I had set that as my resolution,
right.
would I have set myself up for failure? You know,
yeah.
I just kind of modified it to make it my own.
Yeah.
One thing when you were talking about us doing this topic, I went to Maple Biscuit Street. Have you done that?
I've never been there, but everyone says it's so good.
It's super good. They have a question of the month. So whenever you take their order and they call out your name, instead of calling out your name, you call the question of the month. And the question of the month was what's your New Year's resolution?
Mm-hmm.
And it's so fun because you're sitting there in this busy restaurant and they're just shouting things out. It's like, lose more weight, go on a diet.
My God, as you're at Maple Biscuit, like, dude, you are not helping your goal right now.
It was lose more weight, and they get up and it's like they're picking up waffles and country fried chicken gravy.
Hey, they're all like, we'll do it. We'll start tomorrow.
I was dying because this was 2 days ago, so we're halfway through January. Like, where's everyone at on their goals? Because I'm sitting watching these people. It was lose more weight. Something, all of them had to do with weight, or it was some kind of, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I did drink more water because I was like, as they're like, drink.
That's a good goal.
They're like, drink more water. Your mimosa and coffee are ready. Cool. It was so embarrassing, but it was great. It's great food.
You're like, yeah, I'm drinking all the water.
So that's kind of how I feel about New Year's. It was like a joke. I was like, this is a joke.
Yeah, it's like, is this a cruel joke to make everyone feel like shit about themselves?
Because some of them you kind of giggle. Someone said travel. So I thought that was a good
goal.
One. But here's the thing. The whole restaurant went, ooh. Like, it was like different than like weight loss. Caden's like, what's happening right now? I had Caden with me. Anyway.
That's a hilarious story.
Yeah, so that's how I feel about I literally was like, this is a joke. All of us are just fucking lying to ourselves right
Oh
now.
my god! Like we're all like, it's like when you just like put the clown face on. Like you might as well just
Yes, it's called Maple Biscuit Company, and all they do is they serve biscuits, gravy, eggs, and waffles. There's no fruit, like
good old Southern fried
mimosas. Okay,
oh my
so
god.
goals. And honestly, out of like the 10 things that I heard, they were all weight loss stuff, or they were all health stuff.
Yeah, that's
And
just part of like the big thing people do.
so, like, how do we avoid like? How about you? What was your New Year's resolution?
I really didn't like put down New Year's resolutions. I had to so I have to because I get overwhelmed very easily. And so if I just write down all these goals or these resolutions that I have, I get overwhelmed. And so I just have to do little so I just did goals for January. Like I was like,
Perfect.
okay.
Achievable, attainable, measurable. You have a timeline.
Mm-hmm. So I divided it I was like, okay, personal goals for January and then
I love that.
wedding goals for January. So one of my big goals was to quit energy drinks, to stop drinking them.
I love that. That's okay, but you stopped drinking alcohol and energy drinks the same month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're such a savage.
So I'm good without the energy drinks. Like I have an espresso machine and I've been doing a pre-workout that has good ingredients.
I think I could do that then. It's energy drinks that you were quitting. Oh god,
yes.
If I had to quit Red Bull.
Oh yeah, no, I can't do it. I'm done.
Wow. Okay, good for you.
So
was it? It's what we're day 18.
Yeah.
Is that like a January goal? Like you met it, now February you make a new goal, or you want to continue that goal?
I want to continue the no energy drinks, and my bachelorette is in March, so
I know.
My thought process.
I'm planning it.
My thought process was to do the dry January until my bachelorette, but I was talking to my future sister-in-law, and she was like, girl, you are going to have 2 drinks your first night and just be done.
And super hungover. You'll feel like shit and you won't want to drink.
So I'm probably just going to have a drink here and there, but I'm just trying to be more mindful about it because.
And why is that? Is it a gut health thing? Is it
yes,
a mental
I'm trying
thing?
to figure out. Well, yes, because as I've gotten older, I'm just having really bad side effects to because I'm a social drinker more than anything. I like to do it.
You're not a functionally alcoholic drinker? No.
But when I do drink, I drink. And then and I'm just, So that, I just do it that way where it's broken up like that.
The January goals. And you can have career goals, personal goals, wedding goals.
Yeah. And I was looking at my goals today, actually.
Fitness goals.
And I've gotten everything done for my wedding goals this month except one thing I haven't done yet. But other than that, it's just easy and I just love crossing it out. That's my favorite part. It's a checklist. So it's more of my big goal was to quit energy drinks and I'm good there. So it's
did you make the checklist on your own or you bought a checklist?
No, I just wrote notepad. Wrote it out.
My analytical brain wants to do that. I can't just be people oh, set a goal. I'm going to lose weight. No, that is not a goal. How much weight? What's the timeline?
I think that's
those
how
are
people really set themselves up to fail is that you're not making attainable goals. Like Preston said in our last episode, or 2 episodes ago, it's the breadcrumbs. You just make those little goals, make these little changes instead of just being
one big all or nothing.
I'm just going to lose 100 pounds this year. You can't think like that. You've got to be okay, every day I
lose 5 pounds in January.
Every day I'm going to meal prep my food. I'm going to make my food at home and I'm going to meal prep it. Friday nights, I'm not going to go out to dinner. I'm going to make food. It's just little goals like that those add up at the end. Or even a goal of I'm going to wake up at 5:30 in the morning before I go to work and work out. That's just one goal. If you can do that.
So now to go off of that, if that's, say you made that goal, I'm going to wake up 5:30 and work out. If you can't wake up at 5:30 and work out, then you're just mad at yourself for not working out. So then just change your goal, modify it. I'm going to wake up at 5:30. I'll wake up at 5:30 every day for 1 week. And and then you attain it. And then it's like, okay, now I'm going to wake up at 5:30. So you leave that breadcrumb. Now the next week, I'm going to wake up at 5:30 and go on a walk. Or I'm going to wake up and just like making it so that like you can modify your goals so that they are achievable. So it's not like a complete failure.
So, and I'm going to share at the end too some like techniques to stay on your like path for your goals, because it was actually from my old blog that I wrote like 6 years ago, but it's still very like relevant to now. So, but yeah, we'll get there. And I think what we want to say too, and Jenny is going to go into it, is that not all goals have to be diet and health, like body related. Like it can be other things, like getting your shit together. Like I just watched that show White Lotus, and there's like a scene where Jennifer Coolidge, she's like talking to her little assistant and she's telling a story, and by the end of it, the girl was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And Jennifer Coolidge is like, just get your shit together, Portia. That's like all she said to her.
I haven't
She's like,
seen it.
but it's like, just get your shit together.
Before you came over, I went into the bathroom and literally Todd was taking a shower, and I was like, hey, did I set any New Year's resolutions? And he goes, yeah, you said you're going to get your life together. I was like, perfect. That sounds like.
So how are you going to get your life together?
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's the big goal.
Yes.
To get my life together. That's always the goal, right?
That's like I'm going to lose 100 pounds.
Yes.
Well, how are you going to do that?
So that brings me to my New Year's resolution of getting my life together. It's like we're late every morning, or we like I don't have time to go to the gym because I have my 2 jobs and I'm running around and I have the boys and this and that. So it's like, okay, the waking up at 5:30 and going to the gym was impossible. I was like, okay, this is stupid. I didn't set a goal fitness-wise. Anyway, behavior tracking, that's habit tracking. So it wasn't like I set a specific goal. It was like, okay, I'm going to change some of my habits.
Yeah.
I am not a quitter, so I could not quit alcohol or energy drinks.
I'm not a quitter, damn it.
But I did modify my behavior. I did change one of my habits where it's, I downloaded this app I'm obsessed with. I'll share it with you.
We'll link it.
And it gave me this great idea that it was like to basically set one habit change, and you're going to do it for a week. When you master that goal, then you can get it to start a new goal.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was, the first goal that I did was drink water. Just like drink water. And it recommended this. Like, that would be the first thing you do. You
Wasn't
wake
it like
up.
the first thing you do when you wake up?
Yeah. So you set like 8 ounces of water next to your bed, which is specific because I'll be like, oh, I need to drink this whole thing in a day. Or I need to drink a whole water bottle.
Tiny bit.
It's not, 8 ounces next to your bed every night. And then when you wake up, you drink the 8 ounces.
And it's right there.
And it was a lot harder than I thought. Like, I did like 3 days and then I stopped and then I started over and then I did another 3 days and then I started over and then I finally got to the past the 3-day mark. And it was like, oh my gosh, you gave me all these like little fun things. Like, oh, you met this goal. Introduce a new goal. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it's like literally the tiniest little thing. Well, then I told myself, okay, I can't have an energy drink in the morning. I cannot drink a Red Bull until I've had 16 ounces of water.
Yeah.
So I just increased my water intake.
Mm-hmm.
But now that's really hard. That's like a water bottle. So I wake up, I drink my 8 ounces, getting the kids ready, running around. I still have this fucking water bottle that I have to drink before I can have a Red Bull. So in my car on my way to work, I'm drinking water, or I'm on my way back home, and I want to go to the gym or whatever it is, I have to drink a water bottle before I can have any kind of like energy drink. And that has cut back my
That's good.
caffeine intake.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I don't finish the water and then I can't have my Red Bull. But it's like my reinforcer. Like, okay,
Yeah.
you do this and then you get reinforced with your Red Bull.
Yes.
So that's been good for me because I've noticed like now I'm drinking more water. Like my skin isn't, breaking out as bad and I'm not feeling as dehydrated. And it's just like little tiny things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, my next goal will probably be, okay, only have one Red Bull a day instead of coffee, Red Bull, wine, beer. So I just, little habits.
Yeah.
But having accountability. So writing it down on a notepad, downloading an app. There's hundreds of them. I like the one that I downloaded because it is a behavior analytical app.
Oh my God, you reminded me. Okay, so when I went to my doctor's appointment and when I had all my blood work done last week, we were sitting in her office talking, and she had a water bottle and it lit up if she hadn't picked it up and taken a sip of it.
What? Okay.
I cannot remember the name of it, but it made a noise and it lit up.
That's a visual prompt. It's a prompt.
But it was cool because it was like, yeah, we have apps on our phone, which is a great thing too. But like this water bottle is like, it lights up and it makes a noise if you don't go a certain amount of time without drinking it.
I go my entire workday. I get to work 9 a.m. By like 2 p.m., I'm like chasing it. I'm like, I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. Like, I don't know when I've eaten or last night. Maybe I had a Red Bull at like 10 a.m. I mean, that would be like game changer.
Yes.
For me.
I need to, when I see her next week, I'll ask her what her water bottle was
think
called.
about like we have planners, we have organizers, we have reminders in our phones, we have apps,
and honestly,
we have
like
alerts.
I am more of a like I have a trillion notes in my phone, but I'm more of like a notebook girl. Like when I was personal training, I kept all of my clients and the schedule. Like, yeah, we had the system that they used through the company I was with, but then having my own, like with it written out was like, I loved seeing it like that.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people love to use their phone. And then also if you are more of like, I don't know. I mean, I know they're both visual. I don't know what it would be if you're like more into having a notebook.
It's the same thing. I mean, it's a textual prompt. It's visual. Okay. It's textual.
Maybe I feel like I like writing it. I like
and you can
crossing it out.
That's reinforcing for you.
Yeah.
So it's also a reward too. Being able that's rewarding.
It's a reward. Have you seen that?
No. What? Did you just mock me?
No, it's a TikTok. Where it's like a reward or something. I don't know. It's like
Shut up. That sounds like such a BCBA like meme I need to do.
If I find it, I'll send it to you.
Yes. Okay. Behavior change,
reward
tracking, goals. That's what we're going to focus on.
The biggest thing with us and the podcast is we love to focus. We are about mental health. And I think for me, making all of these little goals, it helps my mental health. Like, you know what I mean? Like I think there's just not enough to be like, hey, if you do this, like if you move your body 4 to 5 times a week, it's going to help your brain like function better. So it's like, we've got to see that the 2 and 2 coincide.
The structure and routine.
The routine. I think that's something that we need to focus on too. Other goals you could have that could do with your mental health are cutting out toxic people, toxic relationships that like you've just known. You're like, okay, this person isn't adding to my life, so I've got to just. That's like, those are things that like we have to reassess as we get older.
I'm thinking about a goal for when you don't like someone. Like how I could measure that, because
yeah,
I think that this is good because now I'm thinking about
so I mean, even doing.
like this person's irritating you at work. Or you're frustrated with the situation. It's like, okay, instead of engaging with that person or talking shit on that person, I'm going to not do that. And how do you measure that? You know what I mean? I'm trying to think.
Well, I mean, so it would just be like, I'm going to work on controlling myself. If it's in a situation where I have to be around this person, working on controlling yourself. When
not engaging in gossip, when
not
it's
engage, yeah. So it's like, though, you can write that down. Okay, I'm not going to engage in talking shit with these people because
So someone else comes up and is talking to it's like, oh yeah, okay, you know, how was your day? And you change the subject. Like there you go. There's one you're cutting out that toxic part of your life or what.
And you could go on the opposite of the end of the other, what's it called? Spectrum. There we go. Opposite end of the spectrum would be to, you know, make an effort to be a good friend to people.
I like that.
I think a lot of us have dealt with isolation since 2020.
Oh,
and
since last month.
I know.
Gosh, we just came out of isolation. But like that, reaching out to a friend once a week.
Yeah, hey girl, I know it's been a couple weeks since we've seen each other. Do you want to, like, actually Tiffany hit me up and was like, we should go grab coffee. And I was like, yeah, next week. Like, making little goals like that where it's like, you don't have to, like, have a sleepover and go for a whole girls' trip.
Doesn't have to, go out drinking and something.
Drinking. And, oh, yeah, and I had another friend today, like, I made an effort because she doesn't drink anymore, and she's been really into, like, hiking and stuff. And I, like, hit her up, and I was like, hey, you should come to Jacksonville. Let's go hike next Sunday.
Ooh,
so it's just, like, little, yes, come on. But it's, like, little things like that.
I like that, yeah.
Like,
so,
you're just making an effort. You don't have to be besties with, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, it's not more of like, it's not high school. You know what I mean? We're like grown adults. So it's making a little bit of an effort to have meaningful relationships with people that we love.
Yeah. And it doesn't even have to be, hey, let's hang out. Like, oh, hey, I miss you. How are you doing? I know, especially like all my girlfriends in California, like I'll see them like posting pictures or they'll message me or reach out or something. And I just go into isolation mode and I feel like so guilty and I'm not a part of their lives or what it is. So it's like, okay, then once a month we need to set up like a FaceTime.
Yeah.
Or I need to
do like a girls night FaceTime where you guys are like having a glass of wine. You're just catching up.
Yeah. Perfect. See, these are non-fitness goals. Like socialization, these are all things.
Socialization is so important. And I think we've all just gotten comfortable being like
COVID free away from everyone.
Isolated, and we're just like cool with like scrolling, like doom scrolling fucking TikTok for 20 hours, which I'm 1000% guilty of. If you know me and like my 3 best friends, I'm like constantly sitting TikTok.
She's TikTok queen. She is.
So...
Oh, our IGs for days. Oh, yes. That reminds me. I think I have like 67 messages.
Oh, that's a good goal too. Is to limit screen time,
which you can do on your phone. It'll do it for you.
Yeah,
my phone. I don't know how I did it, and I don't know how to turn it off. But at 10:15 every night, it goes on sleep mode. Like no notifications.
That's awesome. Yeah. And so those are goals you can have that have zero to do with.
Instagram, I have a goal set that I can't be on it for more than an hour, and it'll be like, time's up. Then I say ignore. But
you're like,
it's a thing you can do if you're really trying to do that.
Back in the day, I wrote a blog. I'm trying to get back into doing it. That's actually another goal of mine, is to blog. That was a goal.
That's cute. I like it.
I know I said I didn't write goals, but I want to make more content, valuable content is what I want to do.
I like that.
Okay. So one of the blog posts that I made was about goals in January and how to stick to them. And it mainly had to do with working out because I am a personal trainer. So, but this could go into other areas too. So one of the techniques that I shared to stay on track was to get a fun planner or a whiteboard. I love whiteboards.
You're a whiteboard girl. I'm a fun planner girl. Passion planner. Best planners in the world.
Yeah, because I love a whiteboard too because it's like, it's big, it's there, and then you can just cross it out. Or a vision board. A vision board.
We should have a little vision board party.
Oh my God, that would be so fun.
Because I wanted to do one, then I'm like, well, it's already January. But like, who fucking cares?
We could still do it.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to talk about that.
We'll put that on our thing. We'll have big old whiteboards. We'll have a little party.
Yes.
It'll be great.
Like back
we'll have mocktails.
We'll be total millennials. We'll go get magazines and we'll just cut out
one of these by a good girl friend that was in high school with us, and she had a vision board party, and we all
That's
cut out magazines.
so
It was
cool.
so much fun.
Okay.
And then we can hang it.
Let's do that.
Okay. We need to set our podcast goals. Look at us.
I love that. The second goal, or the second technique, is to make affirmation cards. I think this is you know what they say, you have to visualize in order to manifest
it.
We both said it. Yes. Okay. In order to manifest things, you have to visualize it. And words are power. Like writing things on, like
what you put out in the universe is what you're gonna get.
I used to write on my mirrors, and I would write with like the whiteboard markers. I would write on my mirror, and I would write like, you are capable.
I like that.
Like, life is hard. Like things like that, where you just be like, life is hard, but so are you. Like you are a hard bitch.
Badass
you can get through this. Like, and it just, when you wake up and you go and get ready in the morning and you see this, like one I used to say, it would say something like, despite how I feel right now, I am still beautiful.
Oh, I like the idea of having a bunch of them and like switching them. That's such a good idea.
And then writing them for yourself. When I had Micah James, I had affirmation cards that my girlfriends all wrote for me, and then I had written some. And so when I was
I love that. We're gonna do that.
Affirmation and vision, or was it what was it?
I don't know. We'll have a cute, catchy name.
Okay, so affirmation cards. It sounds stupid and woo-woo, but it's really not, because again,
power in words.
There's power in words, and if there's something that you want to believe about yourself and you want to make happen, you can make it happen. And it's a aura that you have. You carry that confidence.
Well, and our auras burn out. We get tired, and things happen, and life piles onto you, and then you just kind of, your light dulls. And I think having that kickstart, especially in the beginning of the year, where we do affirmation, vision board, and like do it for yourself, or have all your girlfriends over and have a party. I keep talking about having parties. I really want to have a party, but I could see how that would be powerful, and you're putting that out in the universe. Like you're going to be able to build momentum on that, versus just the momentum where you're constantly like, oh, trying to play catch up. I'm not meeting my goals, or oh, I didn't do this right, or oh, I'm failing at this, or I think definitely that's a great tip.
Third is to find an accountability partner. This could be with anything. Like, you can use it with fitness. But I think with any type of goal that you have, having someone that you can go to and be like, hey, I'm struggling, or like they're a person that can encourage you, or it'll be like, hey, let's go do this. Like right now where I'm at in my like fitness journey, I'm having to go to group classes because it motivates me right now. Going to the gym by myself, putting my headphones in, just isn't doing it for me right now. Like I have my days, like I did today. I went to the gym and just put my headphones in and worked out. But for the most part, like on those mornings where I'm tired and I'm like thinking about all those young girls in there that have
signed up for a class, you commit.
I'm paying for this. And then, I think about all the girls in there that have babies, and I'm like, I have no reason why I can't get my ass in my fucking car and drive and get a workout in. And it's good to have that like community of all these other people around you.
And it changes.
And
like,
you all,
for us a year ago, going to the gym together was like really motivating and fun. But I mean, it literally changes.
It changes.
If your accountability partner, like if they're sick or they're not going to the gym, but it doesn't mean like that's your only partner and then you have to give up. Like you go sign up for a group class, go do a yoga class, go do something. I'm trying to think of spouses and partners and fiancés.
Those are great people to have, to be like someone that is keeping you on your toes. I definitely need it. Like my fiance is actually the one who really encouraged me to quit energy drinks, because I am having all of these gut issues, and he's like, why don't you just see what happens when you cut out energy drinks? Because they're made with all the fake sugars. And having someone that was like, hey, I know you're having like all these problems, and what if you like did like, so finding someone in your life that you can go to and that they'll keep you on track. They'll help you stay on track.
Well, and accountability too isn't like, well, hey, you didn't get up and go to the gym at 5:30.
Yeah, they're not like your they're not like your teacher or whatever. Like you're not like answering to them in a sense of like it's more of having someone to
motivate you to reach your goals.
Yes,
or to stay on track.
Yes, we're all just like on the same energy wave. Like no one's getting anywhere. Sometimes like in relationships or whatever, there's one person up here and there's probably someone a little bit down, and then it changes, and sometimes we're on the same, but for the most part it's like ebb and flows, and you just help each other through it.
Yeah.
No matter what the relationship is.
I like ebb and flows. That was fun.
Ooh. If you're watching us, we're at a
We're ebbing and flowing.
We're ebbing and flowing.
That's so cute. I love that. Ebb and flow. It's like a wave.
I'm ebb, you're flow.
Wow.
I'll be the downer. It's fine.
We all know that who the ebb is.
And lastly is, like we were saying, start small. Start small. I think everyone that fails most likely was because that they didn't set attainable goals. They did not set attainable goals.
Girl, I think this is a smart board. We should use it as a big old whiteboard.
What?
That projector.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yes.
Just
And like
map it
the
out.
notes are up there. We
See,
just had a moment.
We are brain mappers. We are like visual learners. We have to write it down. We have to see it.
Yeah. So Jenny has a huge projector in the room that we're in.
It's the only reason we bought this house. And it has a pool. But I'm just kidding.
We want to put our goals on that. Okay. That's a good idea. Okay.
Affirmations. Oh,
yes.
See, you just gotta find a partner that will help motivate you.
Hey, and you know what? Even if you just put an affirmation card on your
just start there. Write three things down on a piece of paper.
Just put "I'm a bad bitch," and you look at it every day. Bad bitch status. All the pretty girls walk like this.
There's something like this.
This.
That's a different song. Okay,
Two different songs. Yeah. So
These are our tips.
That was our tips for staying on track. Ultimately, it comes down to a mindset. Like we were saying, we have to visualize our best selves.
I like it.
We have to, or we're just gonna stay where we are forever. And we
don't want that.
We
gotta look good in some dresses in May.
Yeah. Girl, I gotta look good in my fucking dress.
I'm starting small. That's a 6-month goal. What is that? 5 months? God damn. It's coming up.
4 months.
All right, we need to really.
I know.
I'm pen and paper right now. Start writing this shit down.
Why do you think I've been freaking the fuck out?
Well, shit.
4 months to my wedding, guys. 4.
We
Actually,
got this.
less. Thank you again for listening today. We really hope that you felt inspired to visualize and manifest your best selves.
Oh, I sure do. I want to go write some
Fuck
affirmations
yeah.
right now.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
That's why she's a good partner. Don't forget to check out our website.
Yeah, it's still there.
We also will link. I want to link Sarah's blog so we can encourage her to do more vlogging. We're going to link our fun drink friends
And your apps that you want to share with us.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
the behavior habit app, which it's so fun.
Yes.
It's so fun. It's what I love is it won't even let you go until you've achieved your goals.
I love that.
And I love that. So it's like you have to, and it's a reward. Then you want to see what else is on the app because you're like, ooh, this is a fun app. Okay, anyway.
Love it. We want to get to know all of you that are still listening to us, and the new people that are listening. Hi.
Yeah.
We have a form on our little link that you can fill out and give us topics because it's the new year and we have plenty of room to have new topics.
And new people. If you'd like to be on our podcast, shout us out. We'll definitely need to have Tiffany back.
I know.
Definitely should have Preston back. Preston's killing it. Tiffany's killing it.
I know.
It's definitely something that we're welcoming and would love to have you guys back on.
Yes. So thank you once again for listening to
Jenny and Sarah.
I was going to say Naked with
It's
Socks.
been a minute. It's been a minute. Okay, thank you for listening to
Naked with Socks, a podcast where we
Assess the Mess with Finesse.
Cheers to empty drinks.
Yummy.